Hey, good morning. It's Monday morning, and as per the previous video, I had a couple of young guys come here Saturday night to pick up the Camaro. Um, Apparently, they were up at like 4 in the morning. They're from London, Ontario, so it's about 5 hours away, roughly. And I guess they had all kinds of problems with the trailer. The hitch fell off the truck, which was never a good thing when you're going to haul a car. They tried another hitch, it wouldn't fit. They ended up buying one and MacGyvered it, made it fit. They had no lights in the trailer, so they fixed those up. So, bottom line, after all said and done, they didn't get here until 7:15 p.m. So it's already been, you know, 15 hours. So they get here, and now it's pitch dark, of course. And fire up the Camaro, pull it to drive it onto the trailer. Should be an easy load. But this is the third time this has happened now. They show up with these short ass ramps, so you end up with this kind of deal happening. So Camaros are low to the ground, so it got hung up on the trailer. So we're out there with blocks and concrete blocks and wooden blocks and planks and hydraulic jacks and disconnect the trailer and get it up in the air and all this other stuff. Anyway, finally, after an hour and a half, finally got it loaded. Even when we were halfway up. Spun the wheels and kicked the two ramps out. So now the Camaro's hanging off the end of the trailer. So, it was just a shit show. So anyway, an hour and a half later, finally they're loaded and strapped down. So they're heading back. It's about, by this time it's almost 9:30 at night. And, no, I told the young guys, I was kind of concerned because, they had a ton of washers and all kinds of crap on this trailer hitch. I said, send me a text when you get home. And I said, even if I don't see it tonight, it'll be there in the morning, just so I know that you got home all right. Yeah, okay. So anyway, get up in the morning, no text. So I'm thinking, so I waited a couple of hours, and finally I texted him, hey, did you make it home okay? And about an hour after that, he texted me back, and yeah, we made it home at 6 a.m. So it was another 8 hours on the road to get home. So I guess they had some other issues. Um, so poor bastards, I've done those kinds of adventures before, and it sucks, man. You're dragging your ass for a couple of days after being up for 26 hours straight or whatever it is. But anyway, they made it, so that's good. And that puts a big hole in the yard, so I can now straighten out my yard. So back to the truck. When I left off, I had the boards for the bed floor sealed up, stained and sealed up, 4 coats of Varathane. This morning I sanded the tops of the boards and gave it another 4 coats on top. And yeah, they look really good. So they're good to go. And I've also picked up the aluminum strips that I'm going to use at the joints between the boards. And I'll show you that in a bit. So I want to get the box mounted. I can't really install the wood until I get my fuel filler cap, because it's going to sit on the boards, right? So that doesn't get here apparently till Thursday. So, but I can prep everything else, and that's what I'm going to do. So plenty to do. Let's just get after it. All right, so yeah, I put 4 more coats on the top of this stuff, and essentially what I have is a furniture quality finish on this stuff. So yeah, I'll just show you what we're doing here. Just move the camera a little bit. Tilt her down. There we go. So there it is. The other 2 boards are over there. And yeah, so these are the aluminum strips that I'm going to be using. Right, so that's that'll be the finishing thing. Now that's just a milled finish right now. I just picked these up at Princess Auto. They were 25 bucks a piece. So to get the original style strips. Found a kit thanks to a viewer who set me up with the company name and whatnot in British Columbia. $180 for the whole kit, plus tax. So now we're up around 210. They wanted $140 to ship it, so now we're at 350, and it's raw steel, so I'd still have to paint it. So you know, with my time and the material, we're back to that $500. So $150 with taxes and everything gets me this, and I can polish that right up and it'll look slick and clean. So I mean, let's face it, buddy's not jumping into this truck and you know, going to pick up a load of horse shit for his garden. So you know, the only thing that's ever probably going to be in the box is maybe a couple of duffel bags or a couple of lawn chairs, maybe. That's about it. So yeah, there we go. So I can put this away for now and get to work on the getting the box mounted. All right, so I just made up a couple of brackets. I know it's just angle iron, but you know, round over the corners and stuff like that, make it look like it's made with a purpose. So this just basically goes at the rearmost part of the box. So it's gonna go basically like so. Drill bolt through here and bolt right through the frame, top and bottom rail, and you know, I'll have rubber in between here and I'll have rubber in between here. All good. So yeah, I'm gonna get these painted up and should be dry to put in tomorrow. And at the same time, I still got to drill a couple of holes in my bed support to attach the blocks down to the frame rail. So I'm going to do that now. And yeah, and those blocks also need another shot of paint. They're there, they look shiny black, but you can see right through the black paint, raw steel. So I'll give them another coat. That way everything will be dry tomorrow and ready to go. Yeah, then I can bolt this thing down and start laying to bed. Hopefully my gas cap comes in tomorrow. They're still saying Thursday though. All right, so the box is mounted where it's going to live. There you go. There's the rear mount. It's all bolted in. Everything's been drilled. Now, when I went and picked up this aluminum, they only had 4 pieces that were 1.5 inches. I needed 5. They said they had 5 in stock online, but no, they only had 4. So the center one is a 2-inch piece. You know, as long as it's going to be all balanced, should be fine. And my gas cap did come in. That's it. It's a little smaller than what I had pictured, but I guess I should have read it, because that's the size they said it was. Just it looks a bit small, but I think it should be pretty slick. And I've traced it out here because this center piece is going to butt up to the cap. They're pretty much the same thickness, so it should be pretty slick. The only thing I didn't get was the fasteners to bolt all the boards down. I ordered these. This one's a bit long. He gave me this one to use to figure out my holes when I got a countersink, because I want it to sit kind of flush, you know. The ones I'm getting are 1.5 inches. These are stainless steel with stainless steel nuts. And you know, I did a sample hole on this little cut off piece here, so it'll sit in there like so. And yeah, we're good to go. So I don't get my fasteners until Tuesday, but I can go ahead and mark out all the holes I need to drill in the aluminum strips, drill them all, get them all countersunk, ready to go. And yeah, I can fit my boards in place, get everything ready to bolt together. And when I get my fasteners, it's just a matter of you know, bolting her down. So pretty slick, pretty simple. And I'm just gonna keep on motoring with drilling all my holes. There's a lot of drilling to do, but no, it's aluminum, so easy peasy, man. So I'll get after that and get everything in place and show you what it looks like. Oh yeah, also marked out where I've got to cut out my hole, so that sits in there nice and flush, and it lines up with the hole in the tank. And I've got to, with that, I've got to rig up the actual filler neck. That cap is non-vented, so I'm going to use this. This is the temporary one I was using anyway. But I'm going to combine the cap with this piece and tie it to the fuel tank, keeping the vent intact. So I've got enough room to play with here. So we're good to go there. So I'll get that all together and show you what I end up with. So earlier I had traced a line, my gas filler, right? I've done this at both ends. I've already cut that out on the other end. I'm just going to show you what I did here. My weapon of choice for this is the belt sander. Nice fit. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so now I can put my gas cap in, or the filler, the whole unit, and measure and drill my center piece. All right, so I've got the 2 bolts holding the box down to the truck frame. So I want to, so the board's sitting on top of them, right? So the board is actually tilted. So we just want to mark it. I got a good enough whack on it there. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, so no, it's probably not going to show, but there's, let's see if I can get you a view of it. Look in the sun, there's a mark right here, and there's another one up here. That's where the little piece of the nut is. So I'll just take my drill and drill them out. Just want to go deep enough to allow the board to sit flush. That should do it. There we go. All right, so this is basically what we're gonna end up with. You know, I think it looks pretty clean. I like it. I just got to finish drilling the holes in my center one. The fitment is good. And your gas cap is pretty simple deal. Just flip it up, turn it, boom. So, yeah. So when I get my bolts on Tuesday, this thing's ready to bolt together. I am going to, because I've got a piece of angle iron running all the way down the side of the box underneath. I'll drill a few holes first, and then I'm going to screw it from underneath, just along the outside edge on both sides. I've also got to, in the 3 center ones, where there's nothing in the way, I'm just going to cut the distance in half between this bolt hole and the one up there, and drill one in the center with a chunk of plate or a big washer or something, just to keep the boards flush from rattling around and stuff. I'm also going to need an extra hole, one here and one here, and for the same reason, just to keep everything nice and flush. And then on the outside too, this one and this one, because center is right at the the hump of the frame, there's not enough room to get a bolt in there, so I'll probably break this distance from this hole to that hole into 3 equal parts, and so add 2 on each of the outside ones, just so everything is balanced and looks the same on both sides. So yeah, then I'm going to get the my benchtop buffing machine out, and I'm going to polish these up. There's some, there's marks and scratches and crap like that in it. So I'll just clean them all up, make them look really nice and shiny and sweet. And yeah, when the bolts get here Tuesday, we'll bolt it all down and call it done. So I think it's a pretty good look. I'm quite pleased with it. It's very clean looking, So there you go. So there you go. All the pieces are ready to install for the bed floor. So it's a big job out of the way. I can cross some things off my list. Again, cool. And yeah, just keep on trucking, man. Keep carrying on, getting things done. I had a lot of technical difficulties this week with my computer. That's why this is the first video I put out since Monday. So it's been almost a full week. Things are beyond my control, man, or my understanding, or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a computer idiot. I'm not sure. But anyway, got it all straightened away, I think, and good to go now. So be back on more of a regular schedule. If you like what you see in the videos, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. And don't be shy, leave comments down below. I enjoy reading them, and I get some good tips and stuff as well. A lot of different opinions on how to do things, and that's cool. That's what hot rodding is all about. Nobody wants to be the same as everybody else, right? At least I don't. So yeah, it's cool to hear other ideas and what guys are doing. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I think the next big job after getting the box all done is getting the glass into the truck. From what I understand, it's a total shit show, and there's probably weeks worth of work there to get bed windows and all that stuff in. There's a ton of rubber and wind lace and crap like that, all sorts of it. And just by looking at it, I can see it's going to be no fun whatsoever. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can come up with a couple of ideas to make the job a little easier. So that'll be a couple of videos down the road. But yeah, there you go. So if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.